It's out of here. Ties us up, a 2-run shot. Wild pitch gets by the catcher, and the go-ahead run will come across. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and swing and miss him. An early roll call here this morning on Johnson County Sports Live. Glad everyone could be with us. Another doubleheader on tap for you as we're closing in on the regular season. 1 week to go, and a big one at home for the Cavaliers as they host a twin bill with the Cardinals from Labette College. Glad everyone could be with us. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. And partner, we got a good day for it, overcast day, and glad everyone was able to avoid the weather from yesterday, bearing down for later on today. Hence, that's why we moved the games up a couple of hours to avoid any kind of rain. Our schedule's getting pretty busy over the next couple of weeks, especially for the Cavaliers. So they're going to try to play these two out as quick as they can today. We might even get a little bit of an early start here today. We'll see what happens. Starting lineups are coming up in just a little bit, but we look at Johnson County coming into this one on a nice little winning streak. They've won their last 7. They went on the road, handled their business against Heston, spreading the Larks in 2 games, both of them in 5 innings, 18-0 and 9-0. And it was Maggie McNally who's going to get the start here in this game. It's going to be her second start in 3 games. Not too often you see that. We had dominant shutout performance against Heston of no earned runs and 6 strikeouts, no walks.
Yeah, she's definitely a strikeout pitcher. And like you said, partner, we've got a great day for it. It's going to be 71 degrees at first pitch, and it's going to be, by the time we get through this doubleheader, it should be pushing somewhere around 80 degrees. The wind's blowing in a little bit, about 14 miles an hour out of the south-southwest, so it's going to take a pretty good poke to get one out of here today.
And, of course, with the end of the season winding down, we would be reluctant to not talk about this race in the Kansas Jayhawk Conference standings as Cowley still sits up top of number 1. They had a split doubleheader yesterday with Neosho. The Panthers taking a game and the Tigers taking the other on a walk-off win. It was really, really close to really breaking the way of the Cavaliers. If Neosho goes in, takes both games against Cowley, that sets them up really, really nice. We'll get to the rest of that. After this, let's get our starting lineups.
Lady Cardinals and your Johnson County Community College Lady Cavaliers. Let's meet the starting lineups for game number 1. First for the visiting Lady Cardinals. Leading off, the left fielder, number 2, Carly Allen. Batting second, the center fielder, number 5, Emma Welch. Batting third, the first baseman, number 19, Jaden Jordan. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 20, Carly Facklum. Batting fifth, the designated player, number 9, Carissa Camacho. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 22, Ellie Slaughter. Batting 7th, the shortstop, number 1, Kyla Kahu. Batting 8th, the second baseman, number 12, Maddie Hamilton. Batting 9th, the right fielder, number 10, Kinley Powell. And pitching game number 1 for the Lady Cardinals, number 15, Taylor Palmer. The Lady Cardinal head coach is Ryan Phillips, and his assistant coach is Audrey Miller. And now the starting lineup in game number 1 for your Lady Cavaliers. Leading off, the left fielder, number 3, Taryn Burkhart. Batting second, the second baseman, number 17, Izzy Carter. Batting third, the shortstop, number 5, Jaylee Jefferson. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 26, Aspen Burkhart. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 15, Kate Ediger. Batting sixth, the designated player, number 25, Kaya Cordell. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 7, Hannah Archdeacon. Batting eighth, the center fielder, number 10, Haley Bryant. Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 6, Gracie Ramsey. And pitching game number 1 for the Lady Cavaliers, number 20, Maggie McNally. The Lady Cavalier head coach is Aubrey Bratton Volkins, and her assistant coaches are Katie Williams and Matt Jackson.
There, your starting nine for
Ladies
both
and
the
gentlemen,
Cardinals
we
and
ask that you
Cavaliers for
please
today's
rise and put your
doubleheader.
right
We'll
hand
step
or hat over
aside.
your heart.
First pitch
A
coming
right
up
to
next
salute
on
you are a
JC
veteran of
Sports
the United
Live.
States Military.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know.
and Clark sheer athleticism.
It's about your right to be informed.
For the stock market.
Today,
No.
there are real threats to press freedom
Is reaching residential areas?
and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
Again, Maggie McNally in the circle for Johnson County. Second start in 3 games. Not too often that we get to see that. But she comes in, one of the best pitchers in this rotation for the Cavaliers. A 9-3 record in 12 starts. Number 13, lucky number 13, hopefully taking place today. 70 2/3 leads the team in total innings. A 2.18 ERA with 76 strikeouts. And she's picked up a win in 5 straight starts, looking to make it number 6 here today. And she has been a big part of this Cavaliers' success. And in these Cardinal bats that will be coming up, we'll be looking to try to rock her and get on top of the Cavaliers early. They come in conference, an even record at 8-8, right in the middle of the pack. 18-22 overall on the season through 40 games played. Allen, Welch, Jordan, and we'll lead off. And if AM get on, it'll be Facklum. That'll come up in the cleanup spot. As the infield conference breaks in the circle, Hannah Archdeacon, the catcher, and normal infield and outfield, with the exception of center field. Eve Morris set to miss her 4th straight game with an injury. Haley Bryant is still out there. And a first pitch inside part of the plate, but it's just off for ball 1.
Yeah, when Megan is on, she is really tough.
Of course, had the lone no-hitter of the season so far for the Cavaliers, all the way back on March 10th against Indian Hills.
Really good velocity and movement on her fastball.
And it was in that no-hitter that I think we've seen her confidence really bloom ever since then. She has just had a new stride about her ever since then.
Kind of had a rough start to at the beginning of the season, but man, she has settled down and become the ace of the staff.
2 balls, 1 strike to count to Allen, this left fielder. It was even Coach Brett Volkins had said that in that game that originally they were thinking about not starting her in that game, and that she had missed about a start or 2 even before that, and she was coming on as relief along with Deja Gardenhire due to her early season struggles. He said that was a huge game for her and a huge game for this team. Another jam shot, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cavaliers come into today needing to win both of these games to really set them up nicely to keep pace in the conference in the championship. 2-2, swing and a miss, and a good start for McNally. Goes ahead and picks up her first K of the afternoon.
That'll set up a big matchup with the leaders in the conference, and man, a sweep today in this doubleheader would be huge.
And the leaders, that would be Cowley, the Tigers, up top now a 15-1 record, dropping the game yesterday against Neosho. It was a walk-off win for the Tigers. The Panthers took the other game as they came really, really close to dropping back-to-back games. That would have set it up to where if the Cavaliers won the sweep today, they would go down to Cali. It's on Monday now, tied for first place. Very similar to baseball. Johnson County, the number one team in the rankings, Cavaliers, they just hosted Cali back on Wednesday this week. Both those teams tied for number one in the East Division in baseball. One attempt put down, and it goes by, or 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, we haven't really seen Labette so far this year. At least you and I don't think have seen him. And it looks to me like the infield is really looking for the bunt. So evidently Labette does bunt a lot. There was a missed attempt right there.
Burkhart coming charging down the line. That one just foul tipped straight back into the netting. The 10th pitch of the game for McNally. Still a 1 ball, 2 strike count to Welch out in center field. And on deck is Jordan, the first baseman. .271 team batting average for the Cardinals. Trying to frame her on the corner, but does not get the pitch.
That pitch was in a good location, though. I mean, it wasn't just inches off the corner.
.255 average, is on base at .341 for Welch. Batting second, another 2-2. Tries to go inside. That doesn't hit either. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
You see Megan is moving the ball inside and outside. That's a sign of a good pitcher. And so far keeping the ball down.
Maggie looking for back-to-back strikeouts. Line to delivers for 3-2. Got her looking that time. Almost the pretty same location of 2 pitches ago. But that one gets the call. That's all that matters. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts for Maggie McNally.
Well, as we talked about earlier, that she's got really good movement on that fastball, and it tends to run away from right-hand hitters. And if it starts out down the plate and then it starts moving away, they think it's going to be outside. But when it crosses the plate, it's a strike. Just like that.
And right now, this has the makings of another dominant outing for Maggie McNally, ahead of the count. And all 3 batters so far has already collected 2 strikeouts. And second in conference in ERA at 2.18.
She's dealing out there today, buddy.
Only behind Sewell of Fort Scott, who's got a sub-2 ERA, 1.89 on the season.
She keeps on this pace, she'll lower her ERA today, too.
Looking for a 3-pitch strikeout. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. She blows it by her. Strikes out the side to start this one off for McNally. Jordan, you have got to go. Cavalier Bats coming up next on JC Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Everyone loves a special occasion to come together to celebrate. The Meadowlark is one of the premier wedding venues in the Kansas City area. But it's even more. Beyond nuptial and corporate events, the Meadowlark is now bringing live music to the area. Come enjoy a night of dinner, drinks, and entertainment without waiting for an invite. Follow Meadowlark Events-Live on Facebook for upcoming shows. Now you have even more reasons to celebrate at the Meadowlark.
So we'll see what the Cavaliers could do in the bottom half of the first. Burkhart, Carter, and Jefferson. No surprise leading it off. And if any of them get on, of course, the third baseman, Aspen Burkhart, will be in the cleanup spot. Taryn will step into the box. Taylor Palmer in the circle for the Lady Cards. Low and away corner, able to get it over for strike 1. Palmer's given up double-digit hits in back-to-back starts. The last one being on April 24th in the start against Highland College, where the Scotties swept the Cardinals through 7 innings 12 runs scored, 8 of them were earned, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. Cardinals do not have a very deep pitching staff coming into today. It is Palmer. And then outside of that, they just have one other starter, really. They don't even have any relief. Jalea McDaniel, her and Taylor each with 117 total innings pitched on the season coming into this afternoon. And then Jaden Willard on the relief has an 8 1/3.
Wow, that's 2 starters are pretty much all they have.
Yes. 2-ball, 2-strike count to Taryn. Always got to be careful with her if she gets on the base paths. And she tries to slap that one down the line. And it goes foul.
Wow.
Burkhardt into this game, leading the Cavaliers in stolen bases with 26.
She's an automatic double if she gets on.
Earning a couple of more in that last doubleheader against Heston. Takes that 2-2 pitch.
It was a good
ball
take
3.
there.
Yep. That's good enough for her in stolen bases. 3rd in the conference. Leading is actually on the opposition in Sparks with 35, followed by Petrick with 32 from Neosho County. 3-2 pitch is slap foul, spoiling it away. Good 7-pitch at bat to get us started. Burkhardt wait for the next pitch. She gets it from Palmer, slaps it. That's going to get down a little flare out to left field and a leadoff knock for Taryn. A good 8-pitch at bat comes to an end in a delightful way. She collects another hit.
So that was a quality at bat by Taryn there. Now look out, she's putting the oven mitt on. She's going 60 feet before long. I would be willing to bet.
Might as well just call her Willie Mays Hayes.
Yeah.
Of course, everyone's been listening along all season. Everyone knows our love for the movie Major League. Got a pretty good jump there, but not going yet. And an 0-1 count to Izzy Carter, second baseman.
I think she's trying to time the pitcher.
Right side. Tried to back in for the first baseman, doesn't get it. Second baseman recovers, can't get it back in time. They throw to second. Burkhardt retreats back. And just like that, the first 2 batters for the Cavaliers are on.
Number 5, Jaylee Jefferson.
Brings an RBI bat to the plate right here. Jaylee Jefferson.
.397 average for Jaylee, 57 RBIs, second in the team behind Aspen.
Good off-speed pitch there.
And hit her 10th home run in the last game against Heston. So she and Burkhardt, along with Kate Edgar, the 3 Cavaliers with double-digit home runs.
It's going to take a poke to get one out of here today. If she pulls it, she'll have a better shot because the wind's blowing in kind of from center and right center.
1-1 from Palmer. Ripped straight back into the net. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
She was on that fastball.
And the wind today blowing right in from center field. Gusts can get up to about 14, 15 miles an hour. Grounder taken by the third baseman. She'll take the play over at first. But a productive out for Jaylee as she moves both of the base runners up an extra 60 feet. Both now in scoring position for Aspen Burkhardt.
This is who you want at the plate right now in an RBI situation. Aspen leading in almost every category in hitting, right?
Pretty much. Outside of triples, it's the only one that she is trailing behind Taryn, of course, with 4. Aspen does have 2.
She is the home run leader, though.
Yes, she is. Her last
and the RBI leader.
Yep, her last at bat here at home is when she broke the single-season home run record.
See her add to it right here.
She added 1 more against Hessen, so she's at an even 20. Puts a good charge into this one. Again,
Holy
out
cow.
towards center. Wind
That didn't
will
help,
keep it
yeah.
in right on the warning track. It's caught, but it's going to be a sacrifice fly.
Normally-
And Carter will also advance up to third base, and the Cavaliers strike first.
I think normally that ball just probably would have been out of here.
Batting fifth,
Hit it right into the teeth of the wind.
Kate Edliger.
She gets her job done, though. She gets the RBI. Gets the Cavs on the board.
Now Kate Ediger will step in. Also had a home run in that Heston doubleheader series. And arguably one of the hottest hitters on this Cavalier team as of late has seen her batting average skyrocket right now at .452.
Oh, good for her.
36 RBIs, 13 home runs. Rips this one. Good play by the first baseman. It was going to get out to right field and score the second run, but instead the Cavaliers will take one on the sac fly to deep center from Aspen Burghardt.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be. There is no typical firefighter.
Roll on top of the second inning. Cavaliers out to an early 1-0 lead thanks to the sacrifice fly from Aspen Burkhardt to the deepest part of the ballpark. First pitch swinging. Almost a nice play from Ediger just off the tip of the glove.
Man, oh man. What a play by Kate.
It was a solid hit from Facklem.
She laid out for that thing, too.
Batting fifth, the designated player number 9, Carissa Camacho.
Just couldn't quite get it in the webbing.
Yeah, we talked about how she's climbed her batting average up there, and but her glove has just been stellar for the Cavs. Knocks it down to give an infield hit. So the no-hitter's off the table for Maggie this time.
Well, it's hard to expect to go out there in every single start.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good mindset to start with, at least. And, boy, was she like that the first. Oh, good snag from McNally. The bunt stayed up a little bit too high. Throw over to first.
And a good stop by
Ediger and Facklem both. She was sliding down. All right, taking a little bit of that to the side. McNally reaches over to Ediger's. It's my bad. I should have just held on to it. Was trying to double him up. So Camacho was sent back on the bunt attempts. Ellie Slaughter out of Pittsburgh High School will step in next.
Another first pitch strike from Megan. We talked about in these games past how important that first pitch strike is. Statistically speaking.
Very, very important. We'll just put it that way. Maybe in between games we'll have you dig out those statistics again and share them along for any of our new listeners, new viewers. Slaughter, the catcher for the Cardinals, 263 average, 12 RBIs on the season. 1-1 pitch from McNally. Swing, but gets a piece of it. And another 1-ball, 2-strike counts. The way that McNally has been operating today, staying in front of the hitters. Struck out the side in the first.
What a start, huh?
Gets this side from Archdeacon, delivers the next
Another
pitch.
strikeout.
And this time it gets onto the outfield, but with Falcom sliding back and Ramsey, good recovery out in right field. Doesn't allow it to get too far to allow her to advance, but Most importantly, 4th strikeout of the day so far for Maggie. Struck out 4 of the first 6 that she's seen.
Another good pitch. I'm telling you that she's living on that outside corner, which is what you want to do if you're a pitcher. Live on the corners. You don't want to give those cookies down the middle if you can keep from it. Another good pitch. Wow. Got her set up.
Today's home plate umpire, notoriously known for giving that low and away corner. We've seen a couple of pairs of umpires this season that give that low and away corner outside portion.
And give Megan credit. She's been living there.
Another 0-2. Swing and a miss. And how about striking out 5 of the first 7 batters you face in a game? 3 in the first and 2 here in the second. It's still 1-0 Johnson County. Kaya Cordell lead off the second inning for Johnson County. Hannah Archdeacon and Haley Bryant, the catcher and center fielder, will be up following. Bottom half of the order for the Cavaliers, but it obviously is every opposition knows it has faced Johnson County this season. The bottom half of the order does not necessarily mean it's going to go so easily.
No, it's really not a weak spot in here. I apologize to the McNally family for calling Maggie Megan a couple times. That's a slip of the tongue. You'd think I'd have the Ace's first name down. But she is on it today, folks.
Best. Absolutely is. Just through 2 innings of work, already has 5 strikeouts. Is on her way to another potential gem and a bid for Kansas Jayhawk Conference Pitcher of the Week honors. She's already earned a couple of times this season.
It's off to a good start.
The 3-1 count to Kaya, righty versus lefty. Palmer's next pitch, low and away, does not get the zone. It's a leadoff walk.
Batting 7th, the catcher number 7, Hannah Archdeacon.
Johnson County dugout letting Palmer hear it with the walk, 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 walk chants. I've had a really hard time trying to find a group of young ladies that just had this much fun playing ball.
Yeah, I know. You just fall in love with them, I'm telling you. It's just been such a fun ride today, this year with this group of young ladies.
I mean, it's something we get here when we're setting up and they got music playing during their warm-ups, and they'll have a little bit of a downtime where they get in the dugout.
They're dancing and
they're
having a good time.
One count to Hannah Archdeacon. Downstairs below the knees, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Here's count here. She's taking a long look at coach down there at third base, see if they have something on here.
Four stolen base on the season for Kaya, who's currently over at first base.
Hit that one off her knuckles.
Hannah is bananas.
Kind of got that split grip on the bat.
Just over the top of the plate. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Chopped over to third base, throw over to second. Safe there, and I think they're going to case safe at first base as well.
Yeah, I think she was off
So
the bat.
everyone's good safe, and yeah, that's what the call's going to be over at second base.
Number 10, Haley Bryant.
Throw was on time, it just took her off the bag.
Yep.
And another costly mistake on the infield for Labette.
See if the Cavs can move these runners up. Her job is to, squared the bunt. Pulled it back, took a ball. See if it's still on here.
Haley Bryant seeing her playing time ramped up more, coming in for the injured
good bunt.
Eve Morris. Does her job there, advances him 60 feet.
Yeah, sacrifice bunt, great job.
Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 6, Gracie Ramsey.
The pitcher's only play was at first, though. That was executed perfectly.
Now we go to the bottom of the order. Gracie Ramsey, right fielder. Takes a charge into it, but down and away again. So almost the exact opposite of McNally. Palmer so far having a harder time trying to find the strike zone. Cavalier batter's been taking advantage of it so far. 1-0, slapped and fouled. Almost grazing right by Kaya Cordell coming down the line at third. That's one of the few things we haven't seen here, and thankfully we haven't, but a hard liner down the line that happens to get a clip of a teammate. You ever seen it? You ever seen that happen ever?
Yeah, it's happened to me playing ball. I was the victim of one of Dave Pierce's when he turned on one and hit me right in the shin. Man, that hurt.
2-1 for Palmer. One chop foul. And nothing's going to top as far as the most bizarre moment we've seen is seeing someone hit a home run and then lap their teammate around on the bases from a 3-run home run to a 2-run home run. And
yeah, that was they lose an RBI on it.
Yes.
And pick up an out.
And that was in a close game with the Cavaliers as well. That was back when they were hosting that that back-to-back kind of triangular with Iowa Western and North Iowa area.
Yeah, it was.
Another 2-2 for Palmer. Puts this one in play, charges in, and will just take Gracie Ramsey out at first base.
He's going to score a run, though.
Another productive out for the Cavaliers, makes it 2-0. That was more to the right side of the field. Going off the bat. And with Cordell charging hard down the line from third, it was going to be a really, really close play, so she'll just elect to take the 2 outs. As Taryn Burkhardt will step back in and reach it on base with the leadoff single, and then came around to score on the sacrifice fly from Aspen Burkhardt. This one up in the air. Center fielder charging in, really.
Almost on the dirt. That should have been the shortstop's ball, but.
That center fielder called her off. She obliged, and down go the Cavaliers. Burkhardt 1 for 2 on the day, but they add another one here in the bottom of the second. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Craving a quick pick-me-up, tasty lunch, or afternoon treat? Have you been to the Bean? The Bean Coffee and Cafe in downtown Spring Hill is that rare mix of hometown charm and uptown style. At the Bean, they brew the finest cup of coffee, tastiest teas, and most refreshing smoothies and frappes around. The Bean is proud to serve delicious, handmade pastries by Scratch KC, and they have the best breakfast, lunch, and convenient grab-and-go options in town. Have you been to the Bean? The Bean Coffee and Cafe, downtown Spring Hill.
Question: what will you find on all over-the-counter or OTC medicine packages to help you choose the right drug and use it safely? The answer: the drug facts label. This label lists the medicine's active ingredients and purpose, how much to take, and warnings you should know before using it. Remember, even OTC medicines you buy without a prescription can cause side effects you don't want. So follow the information listed on the drug facts label. For more information, visit fda.gov/drug facts label. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Second baseman number 12, Matty Hamilton.
A nice windy, starting to get into the early afternoon here in Overland Park, Kansas. So that everyone could join us. Nice doubleheader with the Cavaliers and the Cardinals on JC Sports Live. And a 2-0 ball game. Maggie McNally starting her third inning of work. And go figure, a first pitch strike. And that has been the key story so far on the defensive side for the Cavaliers. Is, well, they really haven't had to play a whole lot of defense because McNally's been taking care of them, striking out 5 of the first 7.
Yep.
Jammed, and it goes foul.
Got her set up. 0-2.
Hamilton, followed by Powell, and then back to the top of the order with Allen.
See that cheese at the knees on the outside part of the plate again, right here.
She's collected at least 3 or 4 of her strikeouts so far by attacking that part. 0-2. There she goes.
Oh,
Does
man.
not get the call.
Didn't get the call that time. We had the right pitch and location, though. No. Does it come back and get her right here?
3-2. Good job protecting from Hamilton. A win today would have to be a comeback win, but a win today for the Cardinals not only be a big boost for them, it would take their conference record back above 500 to 9-8. And another looking strikeout for Maggie. Strikeout number 6 on the day.
Right fielder number 10, Kinley Powell.
Maggie is on today. And, you know, quite honestly, these Labette County hitters have looked overmatched so far today.
Down to the right fielder, Powell. 1-0 count. Leads the Cardinals with most at-bats this season with number 114, a .274 average, 34 hits, 3 doubles. Has collected 10 RBIs. Takes a strike there, 1-1. Cardinals tried to play spoiler to conference championship hopes to the Cavaliers today. Oh, she got that basket catch. She secured it. Taryn Burkhardt out in left field, keeping it off the edge of the turf. My goodness.
Of the cap to Taryn there. Oh, my goodness. Did she get a read on that or what?
What a play out and left. Looked like it might have. It was going to go right on the turf, right in front of Taryn. Able to get the glove under it. Right, just inches away from falling down.
Holy cow, what a play.
And if you're Powell, you're just going back to the dugout thinking, are you kidding me?
You just tip your cap to that.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
That's all you can do, really.
Yeah. Sometimes you just get robbed.
Had all the makings of it, just a little bloop flare.
Yep.
1-1. Inside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Terrence says, I don't think so.
Left field robbery.
Yes, sir.
And I'll tell you, the one on the field that was most excited about that play, Maggie McNally.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you got to appreciate your defense behind you. She's got a good one.
Arguably one of the most emotional showing players and energetic players.
Yes, and I love it too. Boy, when she gets fired up, I love to see her pump that fist. And
We've seen a lot of them today with the strikeouts,
Yes,
so she got a double fist bump for Taryn, and well-deserved. 2-2,
Yes.
tried to get her looking, does not get it.
Boy, that's right where she's been recording them, though. Folks can hear that wind blowing in pretty good today.
Maggie delivers another 3-2. And not a 3-2.
Now it's 3-2.
Now
No, that's ball 4.
Yeah, okay.
It's our first walk.
Wait a minute.
The center fielder, number 5, Emma Welch.
Not too bad if you get through 2 2/3 and you give up 1 walk, but you also have 6 strikeouts.
Yeah, it's a pretty good
We'll take
ratio. Yeah, right down Broadway.
And that was the other knock on McNally is that, earlier in the season that she was a strikeout pitcher, but the walks were also a little bit up there. Could get a little sporadic at times. I believe over her last 3 or 4 starts that she has struck out 22 coming into this afternoon. Has struck out 22 and has walked 6.
Yeah, she's found it.
And another 0-2 count to Welsh. Victim of the strikeout. The first at bat inside. Just got a piece of it. Keep the at bat alive.
And see, I'd be willing to wager that Maggie is going to come on that outside corner again after being in her kitchen. See if she can punch her out right here. That's exactly what she did, but she didn't bite. I love the way she's moving the ball around. Very effective.
Another 1-2 to Welch.
Oh,
Off
and
speed
got her with the
pitch.
Wow.
Way out in front.
Yeah, that was a changeup, it looked like it. Oh, man, she could have swung twice at that.
Make that strikeout number 7 through
Holy
3 innings
cow.
for McNally. Cavaliers still with a 2-0 lead.
Number 1, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Izzy Carter leading it off in, getting brushed, and they say it just got a piece of her.
The shortstop, number 5,
Izzy
Joey
Carter,
Jefferson.
just one pitch, now finds herself over at first base on the hit by pitch. And even if it just gets a piece of the jersey, they still count that. Didn't have an elbow protector on either, and it tells me that it just might have barely grazed her sleeve. Just nudged it. It didn't really have the reaction of, oh goodness. But
yeah, it looked like it could have been a uniform hit by a pitch.
She'll take it. Does not matter. Jefferson back in. 0 for 1 with the ground out back in the first inning. What was that? Some loud horn just went off. Our 2-ball count. Palmer to Jefferson.
Hitter's count right here. See what she does.
Cavaliers 1 run in the first, 1 run in the second. And another ball taken to Jaylee. That's the 40th pitch of the game for Palmer. 3 ball, 1 strike.
She doesn't have a lot of relief help, so she's just going to have to suck it up and fight through this.
pitch over the heart of the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes now.
I think Jaylee would mind seeing that pitch again.
She might not see it again. 3-2, nope. Takes a cut at it though. Strikeout. And Izzy Carter will slide into second.
The third baseman, number 26,
does come at the cost of an out for the Cavaliers, however.
Aspen still without an official at bat. She had a sacrifice fly her last time up.
Did. Out to the deepest part of the yard, all the way on the warning track.
Into the teeth
in
of the
center field.
wind.
Yes. Take strike 1 from Palmer. She's already started the padding on that, her single season home run record. She's got 20. Usually comes close to about averaging a home run per game. A slow roller up the middle, shortcuts it off, and throws her out at first.
She hit that right off the end of the bat.
Yes.
The first baseman, number 15, Kate Ediger.
And just the knock of the bat, you could tell.
Yeah.
Just off the end of the bat. Kate Ediger will now be in. Of course, the Cavaliers not afraid to score runs with 2 gone. Jam shot, though, pops her up in the infield. And just like that, after it looked like there was going to be some trouble on the leadoff hit by pitch, Izzy Carter can't be brought around to score. Your score after 3, Cavaliers 2, Cardinals nothing.
Massage is more than relaxation. Apex Massage Therapy can go beyond with targeted work for headaches and sinuses, myofascial releases, trigger point therapy, neuromuscular therapy, reflexology, cupping, and hot stones. Kylie's hands go right to the problem areas and work out all the issues. She is certified in prenatal massages, oncology, lymphatic drainage, pre- and post-surgery massages, and she can also work on minors and athletes. For openings and specials, like and follow Apex MT on Facebook.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
Cardinals is looking for some momentum on offense right now into the 4th inning. They've only had 1 hit so far, and McNally has struck out 7.
That was an infield hit.
Yes, it was just a potential, would have been a highlight-worthy play for Kate Ediger, as it was a hard liner off the bat of Falcom, as she dove out to her right to try to keep it from going out to right field, and it was in and out of her glove. And give credit to Falcom, it was hit right on the screw. She did not make it easy for Kate whatsoever, and almost still a highlight-worthy play. Another breaky
nice pitch. Wow.
And we saw her put that to use in her arsenal on their strikeout put-away pitch in the 3rd inning to Welch. Had her way out in front of it. 1-2. Can't get her to chase up high. Maggie's able to hold on to get the win here. It'll be 7 straight starts with a victory. And what is this second half of the season, it has been all about redemption for the rough few starts she had back early. Like they say, it's not about how you start, it's always about how you finish. A 2-2.
Oh, man, close.
3 balls, 2 strikes now to Jaden Jordan. 0 for 1 with the strikeout. Here's pitch. Second walk of the day now for McNally. Jordan will make her way up to first base.
The third baseman, number 20, Carly Facklum.
Back in comes Facklum, and I think we're going to have a pinch runner come in for Jordan, the first baseman. Wait to get an official number and announce the change. So I believe I saw...
Your attention, please. Pinch running at first base for the Lady Cardinals, number 11, Tressa Ring.
Tressa Ring, number 11. Shout out to our PA announcer getting a good look on that number before I do. So now Facklum is back in, and 1 for 1 with that infield single. Only Cardinal what they hit so far today. Put down, Burkhart charging hard down the line, but it goes foul. Everyone's got to retreat back. You had mentioned earlier, you notice this Cavalier infield are starting to play in a little bit more with a runner on for Labette, as it's something probably caught on film that this team could be notorious to bunt.
Yeah, bunt a lot with runners on.
1-1 for McNally. Another bunt put down. It's high in the air.
Another
catch.
get her
this time she doubles him up. How about that for your 1-3?
Nice job, Maggie.
The designated player, number 9, Carissa Camacho.
Oh, man.
Nothing like turning a double play yourself. The pitcher's best friend.
Yep. See, I thought the 6-4-3 was the pitcher's best friend.
Well, that is too. Any double play is.
Is the 1-3, is that just their favorite cousin? I don't know. Everyone's got a favorite cousin, right?
Yeah.
Big one for McNally and company. The old 1-3 double play. Now brings in Camacho. Also had the bunt attempt that popped it straight in the air into the glove of McNally. Looking to avoid that fate here again. How odd to see that happen back-to-back times. Trying to settle a 2-0 count. Pitch on the way from McNally into the zone for strike one. 61st pitch of the afternoon for Maggie. And originally I thought coming into today we were not going to see Maggie, since it was her and Jalen Lavers that got the starts against Heston earlier this week. And I was thinking maybe we would see Unverzagt and Conrad and then save McNally for that massive doubleheader coming up on Monday in Arc City.
Yes, you have a day off tomorrow. Another strikeout.
And that will end the fourth inning.
Number 8?
That is number 8, and McNally has had at least one strikeout in every inning so far. Cavaliers still holding on to a 2-0 lead.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Cavaliers softball coming your way here on JC Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. A Saturday doubleheader with the Cavaliers and the Cardinals sees Johnson County with a 2-0 lead. 1 run scored in the first and 1 in the second. We're scoreless in the bottom of the third. Looking to get back to crooked numbers here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Kaya Cordell leading it off, followed by Hannah Archdeacon and Haley Bryant. Another 2-0 count from Palmer. So far with this explosive Johnson County offense is not doing too bad of a job keeping them in it. A 2-0 game right now, but another problem is on the flip side is you've had a dominant day for McNally so far through 4 innings, just 1 hit, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts.
Stellar performance.
3-0, and avoids the 4-pitch walk. Gets that one in the zone for strike 1. Palmer is going to be approaching 50 pitches here in just a little bit. Another pitch on the way to Kaya. Chops at it. It goes foul right up the third base line, drifting into the corner. Was just hoping that would have gotten just a piece of the bag to keep it fair. Chants continue to pour out of the Johnson County dugout. They've been an energetic bunch this whole day, even with the early start. 3-2 on the way from Palmer. Cordell pops it up out into center. Center fielder tracking back on it. Now comes forward, almost overran it.
Yeah, see that wind's really holding it up.
And able to come back on the 50th pitch from Palmer. It's a fly out to center, and the most interesting one we have seen today with that wind definitely playing a factor.
Yeah, definitely did there.
She was hard on her wheels going back to the warning track, and then all of a sudden had to start breaking it forward and sliding in on a knee.
Yeah.
The basket catch. Just off the turf, up the middle, and a base hit, a 1-out single for Hannah Archdeacon. She's got a nice 2-for-2 day with 2 singles.
Number 10, Haley Bryant.
Haley laid down a really nice sacrifice bunt her last time up. See how coach plays it here.
227 average, 6 RBIs on 10 hits, including 4 doubles for Haley. Came in and filling in for the injured Eve Morris, who we last saw in that first game last Saturday against Highland, where she tried to make a diving snag out into center field. And you could tell that when she kind of laid out stomach first on it, that she got up, maybe that the wind was knocked out of her. They kept her in the game for about another batter or 2. And the coaches, and Coach Brett Volkins and the training staff knew and could tell that she was still in discomfort, so they pulled her out of the game. And we saw her in between games that she was still out there. She was warming up, taking some long toss, was kept out, and Haley Bryant has been in center field ever since.
Well, she had her glove arm really stressed out in front of her. It looked like she may have tweaked that shoulder.
Possibly, and that's probably more what the chances are. The good news is, Eve, she is suited up, so if she is potentially, of course, we don't know what the plan is for Coach Bratton Volkins, if she's just going to probably be more precautious. Good hit from Haley, right out to the left fielder. Get a good charge on it, though. And now there's 2 gone.
The right fielder, number 6, Gracie Ramsey.
As I would think at this point in the season, because you got regionals, they'll be coming up in a couple of weeks, and that's when you really want everybody on your squad to be fully healthy and ready to go. And with Haley being a good fill-in so far defensively out into center, I think for Coach Brad Volkins, that's a good peace of mind to at least say if Eve needs a little bit more time to recover, or you don't want to try to strain that shoulder, bring her back too early.
Yep.
You can keep on resting her.
You want her for that postseason run.
Exactly, and especially for Monday as well. So even if she misses both the games here today, or at least game 2, she's already missed here in game 1. Underhand over to second from short, and that will do it in the bottom of the 4th inning. Stagnant so far in the last 2 innings. It stays Cavaliers 2, Cardinals nothing.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Leading off the Lady Cardinals fifth.
So Slaughter, Kahoo, and Hamilton leading off in the top half of the fifth inning. Game one of our doubleheader going on like a breeze, no pun intended. We've had plenty of it today. First time we saw the wind play a factor with a fly ball back in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Good awareness and wherewithal from the center fielder Welch to be able to track it, charge in, and bring it in. Very overcast day, obviously, with the weather that's been rolling in over the weekend in the Kansas City metro area.
Those poor people up in Nebraska really got rocked last night. Really, tornadoes.
Yeah, thinking about everybody, and especially in Omaha and Nebraska. Thoughts and prayers, yes. And for everybody else today, there's still some potential chance of some more activity. I moved the games up today. Originally, it was to be a 1 o'clock and a 3 o'clock start, but wanted to avoid any potential weather. Now the sun's trying to poke through.
Yeah, there's a few holes in the clouds.
And
a rare four-pitch walk there for Maggie.
And the third of the game for her.
The shortstop, number 1.
She had a leadoff walk in the fourth inning as well with Jordan. And then it was Facklin that came up next, tried to lay down the sacrifice bunt, and then Maggie was able to catch it and throw it over to first in time, as it looked like it was the pinch runner. At that time, Ring was taken off for second. She was way off the bag and no chance.
Cardinals at first base, number 25, Savannah Booker.
And now we got Savannah Booker.
Pinch running.
Yes. Of course, a good connection for you and me, Savannah, at a Tonganoxie High School.
Yes.
Good to see a former chieftain out there. Go down.
Back in time.
Yes, she is.
Archdeacon not afraid to throw down.
No. No count to Kahoo, comes inside on her. I think just got a piece of something.
Got a piece of the umpire.
Piece of the umpire. Well, to the ear, at least, it sounded like it might have.
That's what he's going to ask.
Hit the bat.
Yeah, he's going to ask the.
Which I don't know how you, from the outfield, unless if he had just seen maybe the ball change direction just enough, or if he heard it enough. They're discussing. Yeah, now they're saying 2-0 count to the Labette coach, and now Coach Bratton Volkins is coming out. She wants an explanation and is trying to ask if.
Yeah, she thought she.
That was she thinks it should be strike one.
Yeah. Well, even if it didn't hit the bat, it looked like she'd committed and didn't get the bat back. And I think that's what coach is saying.
That's exactly what she's saying. So we will stick at a 2-0 count to Kahoo. 70th pitch of the day for McNally is coming up right here. Runner at first for the Cards. And another throw down to first, but Booker back in safely. And Hannah Archdeacon, not afraid. It's like the Yadier Molina of the Cardinals.
Sally's not afraid to throw it around either.
He's not. Another bunt, and another one fouled. 2 balls, 2 strikes. How about the season Salvi's been having
Oh
this
my
year?
goodness, he's having an MVP season so far.
I know they always say for catchers it's tough to get into Canton or get into Cooperstown. I'm getting my sports mixed up. But if he doesn't get there, I'm gonna be really upset.
Yeah, there's not a lot of catchers. Yogi Berra comes to mind. Johnny Bench.
Next one should be Salvador Perez. Straight back and off the backstop. It stays a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Good battle here for Kahoo. After the leadoff walk from McNally, saw Slaughter reach base. Savannah Booker coming on to pinch run. Another 3-2.
Roy Campanella from the Dodgers. Doing this off the top of my head, folks. So.
Kalia Kahoo coming from Haula, Hawaii.
Oh, aloha.
Jams out to Jefferson. Another throw back to first. It's in time.
Nice job.
Booker got too far away from the bag, and Jaylee throws it back in time. And another going to pop up, turn double play for the Cards.
Poor base running there.
The ball to start to Hamilton, 0 for 1. Struck out looking back in the 3rd inning.
She's in good company. She's had a lot of her teammates strike out against McNally today.
She's collected at least 1 strikeout every inning, and that's going to end here in the 5th, but still it's her 5th straight scoreless. So far, a quality performance in the circle for McNally as her team leads 2-0.
Massage is more than relaxation. Apex Massage Therapy can go beyond with targeted work for headaches and sinuses, myofascial releases, trigger point therapy, neuromuscular therapy, reflexology, cupping, and hot stones. Kylie's hands go right to the problem areas and work out all the issues. She is certified in prenatal massages, oncology, lymphatic drainage, pre- and post-surgery massages, and she can also work on minors and athletes. For openings and specials, like and follow Apex MT on Facebook.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Heard those. I'm not sure what. I think that might be from the
academy is what I'm thinking.
Well, yeah. Well, the academy. No, I think it's from the one where they train engineers.
Could be that. There's also a soccer match going on.
Yeah, there is.
If you're hearing a lot of whistles in the background of today's broadcast, that's what we were just talking over. It's a busy Saturday here. It was really busy last Saturday.
Oh,
We had softball going on here. We had baseball hosting a doubleheader, I believe, with Labette. And then that men's and women's soccer going on as well.
Yeah, it was a busy day at the complex.
Yeah.
Beautiful complex.
Beautiful.
We have here.
Fairly newly renovated. Part of this softball field was part of it. Renovation had started back in, I believe, later parts maybe 2018 or early 2019. And they got it wrapped up. And
it's really nice.
It's beautiful campus out here, Johnson County Community College.
We're
great
both
facilities.
Alumnus.
We are. Yeah, I guess class of 2020, if you want to call it. Burkhardt slapping this one, slicing away, and it's going to go.
Nice catch.
Nice over-the-shoulder catch from the left fielder.
It was.
I thought that was going to land right at the base of the wall, but a great catch by Allen tracking it down.
Yeah,
nice play.
Yeah, you just tip your cap to that because that was a really nicely done over-the-shoulder catch. And the wind didn't help that either.
No. Yeah, the wind's not going to do anything beneficial today. Let's just say that. The only thing that it can is that if there's a really high can of corn in the outfield and it's going to make things difficult, that's about it.
Well, we saw one of those earlier.
We did. And also, but again, credit to Welch, who was able to come back in, able to track it down. 2-0 count to Carter. Reached with an error, was left stranded at third back in the first, and was hit by a pitch back in the third inning. Looking for a first hit. Pitch count still considerably in reach for Palmer. It's going to be, on my count at least, pitch number 64 coming up next. McNally at 77 after 5 innings. Both staying pretty close to each other. That's the one thing. If you got a pitcher like McNally that comes out and can have a lot of strikeouts in a game, that usually means that pitch count's going to get up there.
Yeah, no question about that.
2-2. Carter spits on it. 3 balls, 2 strikes. What year was it? You were an alumnus here officially.
Oh gosh.
Back in, we got to go.
Long time ago. Buddy.
When you were here, the Cavaliers, as this one's roped down into center, and there's the first hit of the game for the for Izzy Carter. But the Cavalier colors were not the now navy blue and gold. They were like
they were golden brown.
Golden brown.
Yeah.
That's how long it was.
Yes.
You were a Cavalier.
Yep. It wasn't long after this facility was erected.
Jefferson back in, 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout. Got a runner on first and Izzy Carter. And I'll always remember that the scoreboard on the baseball field, it was in that, basically what they have now, but just the colors of the Cavaliers at the time. And it took them a little bit to change it.
Yeah.
So you always saw them running out there in the nice navy and Cavalier gold uniforms, and the scoreboard was just that.
Yeah, I think they called it maize, and I don't know what it was. It was ugly. Uh-oh.
Over to the second. Oh, and under the glove, a low throw. It leaks out into the outfield, and Carter will slide her way up into third.
That was a low throw, but I think the second baseman will tell you she should have had that. But it usually goes on the throw.
So what are you crediting to who?
It's an E5.
That's probably what I would say as well. Runners at the corners now for the Cavaliers. Our first meeting, the pitching coach of the day for Labette as he makes his way into the circle. Again, not a lot of depth. There really is no depth for the Cavaliers. Oh my goodness. For the Cardinals, as Taylor Palmer got the start today, Jalea McDaniel is the other starter, as she, just like Palmer, they both had pitched 117 total innings coming into this afternoon. So McDaniel obviously going to get the start in game 2. They do have Jaden Willard, who's had 8 1/3 on in relief. But right now it does not look like this is going to be a pitching change meeting, at least, as Aspen Burkhardt waits in the wings for a chance to come to the dish with 2 on, 1 gone, and runners at the corners for the Cavaliers. Winding down in the regular season, our broadcast schedule will be back with you live a week from now on May 4th. For all the Star Wars fans out there, May the 4th be with you. It's gonna be a great day here, as the Cavaliers will host the final regular season doubleheader with Coffeyville, and the baseball team will have the final 2 of a 4-game set with the Blue Devils of Kansas City, Kansas. It's going to be a great day. Should be some good weather. You come out and support your Cavaliers if you can. Cut off. Runner cut it home. And they're going to say that she's safe.
She got the plate with her hand, it looked like. I'm going to ask about that.
Now, the argument that you can have if you're Labette is that the throw that was coming in and that when Slaughter had it is, did she get the tag on like the
helmet?
Like the helmet,
like.
yeah. I mean, that's...
He's gonna go ask his partner here, see what he says.
Jefferson now moves up to second. As of right now, Carter has come in to score the third run of the game for Johnson County. We wait for the official word here if they're going to overturn this or keep it.
She's out.
She is out.
Now, Bratton Volkins just wants an explanation. Says, how in the world can this guy see it better than you? There's no way he can.
And that's what I was afraid of, is that the throw coming in is that the tag, it was whipped around quick enough that maybe if it got her on the back of the helmet that she was going to be out. If it had missed and she got the hand on the plate, she is safe. And the discussion continues. Yeah, Coach Bratton Volkins not a bit pleased. So it's going to stay a 2-0 ball game. Jefferson still in scoring position for Aspen. It's a 1-0 count. It is worth noting we have not seen any coaching ejections this season.
No.
Hopefully we won't see one here, but tell patience is starting to run a little bit short on both sides here.
She's just going to get her say in because they're not going to change their mind now.
Right. But back to the point that you had said, her main argument is how in the outfield can you have the better view to make that call?
Yeah, he's a lot closer to the play than the umpire in the field, obviously. But
and hindsight is always 20/20, especially when when you get to the professional leagues and you got instant replay and you can slow everything down and pick it apart bit by bit, second by second.
And quite honestly, I couldn't tell if she got her on the helmet or not. I mean, that's where the tag would have had to go if she did tag her at all.
Yeah.
You certainly didn't hear anything like solid contact on the helmet. So
yeah, that would be the only other giving away key, is that if there was just that solid thud against the plastic helmet, that would give it away. But
if she would swipe tag with the back part of the mitt, you wouldn't hear it.
And so after all that, Carter tagged out at the plate. Jefferson advances up to second on the stolen base.
Aspen needs to make this get this RBI in here.
0 for 2, sac fly back in the first, and a ground out to short in the third. Back up to bat here in the fifth. The 1-1 pitch.
That's
off
down.
the end of the bat, just enough to get out to the outfield. She'll collect her second RBI of the game. And
nobody there
is the third run.
Yeah. She is an RBI machine.
There's no doubt about that. First pitch swing from Edgar launches down to the corner, but foul. For Aspen, or now led the team by far coming in. Again, second on the team was Jaylee with 53. Aspen had 66, now seeing her total up to 68. This one out into center, and Wynn playing games with it, but again, getting under it is Welch for the third and final out. Some drama in the bottom of the fifth. The Cavaliers add another run. We go to the top of the sixth on JC Sports Live. Cavaliers 3, Cardinals nothing.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Dad, you need to go.
Really?
It's important.
I feel fine.
Look, you cannot mess around with this kind of stuff. Some cancers, man, we just don't want to lose you from something we could have caught.
What I need to do?
You just give your doctor a call. They'll tell you what screening test you need.
Fine. Can I have my pie now? Oh, man.
On to the 6th. Cavaliers in control in the 6th inning, 3-0 score. Maggie McNally still going strong for the Cavaliers. Her 78th pitch is fired in for a first pitch strike. Hamilton, Powell, back to the top of the order for the third time to Allen. 3-2 up for the Cardinals. They want to get on. The center fielder, Welch. We've seen her make some good plays out in center. Bunt put down. Burkhart charges, throws, picked low, and is safe. And the bunt attempt working out there for the Cardinals. That was Powell. Now we go back to the top of the order with Allen. And we had seen the Cavalier infield playing defense to the bunt all day long. It was still pretty well played from Burkhart. Just couldn't get her by about a half step. Back in, Allen struck out in the first, got on with the walk. Another bunt put down. McNally will take it, throw over to first. And for the first time in this game, the Cardinals have a runner in scoring position at second base.
Number 5, Emma Welch.
Welch 0 for 2 strikeouts. McNally had a streak going where she had at least one strikeout every inning. Now this is knocked out into right field. And good throw in from Ramsey on a hop to Archdeacon at the play will force the Cards to hold Powell at third base. But now for Labette, starting to maybe make some noise and gain some confidence here in the top half of the 6th inning. So far, we're held to just one hit coming into this inning, and they've doubled that here alone.
Yeah, let's see if the Cavs can roll a double play. Get out of this.
Back in is Jordan, first pitch swinging and fouled off the top of the netting. Prime opportunity for the Cardinals to strike here in a game that they have continued to just hang around with the Cavaliers. McNally has pitched to Jim, now finds herself in a jam for the first time. In and out of the glove of Archdeacon, and taking off for second is Welch, and not even going to have a throw, and wisely for Hannah, she just puts it in her pocket. Now both runners on for the Cardinals are in scoring position.
Yeah, it takes the double play out of order, too.
Well, as far as you know, it takes the traditional double play out of order. 1-1 on the way. Got her to swing through it high and tight into Jordan. Got to be really, really careful throwing down the line in this situation. McNally in another 2-strike count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And looking to strike Jordan out for the second time in this game and make it 2 gone. Here's the pitch. Out into the outfield. Running it down, and Carter can't get to it. Excuse me, Bryant can't get to it. And that's going to plate 2 as Jordan has a 2 RBI triple. And just like that, the Cardinals are back in this game down by 1.
With their base number 20, Carly Backlund.
And now they're going to call the entire defense in for the Cavaliers. All 9 are heading inside the circle.
Tying run 90 or 60 feet away with only 1 out.
And a huge hit for Jordan. Had a strikeout and a walk in the game, and now adds a triple on with 2 RBIs. Backlund will step up next. Only 1 gone, so even a deep fly can tie this game up. Here's first pitch for McNally.
Good first pitch strike there by Maggie. Just need to bear down and get this hitter.
They're swinging through it, attacking that low and away corner of the zone again.
I throw the same pitch.
The ball's 2 strikes to Backlund. McNally trying to just keep the damage to 2 runs and hold on to that 1-run Cavalier lead. Here's the 0-2. Right back to her. Good job looking to run her over, and Jordan at third, and tosses over to Edgar at first in time for out number 2.
Yeah, very, very well played by Maggie there. She looked that runner back.
The designated
took the
player
out.
number 9, Carissa Camacho.
Designated player Camacho steps in 0 for 2 and was the 8th strikeout for McNally back in the 4th, and she has not struck out a batter since. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1.
This looked like one of the hardest fastballs she's thrown all day. Getting stronger as we go.
A little extra motivated here, seeing 2 runs come across. This one out into right field. Oh, did they throw her out?
They got her.
And they did! What a throw into right field to throw her out at first base.
That run will score, though.
It does. But that will stop the damage at least as Jordan comes down the line and touches the plate before that out was thrown to the bag.
Or did she? I was watching. Should have been.
It looked like it. Should be. They still have it. A
3-2 game.
3-2 game.
Evidently that run did not score.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
The designated player number 25, Kaya Cardinals.
So, yeah, I mean, on the field, and of course we go with what the umpires are calling. They're going to say that run
did not score,
which is, I mean, just makes that throw in from right field to get Camacho out. I mean, absolutely incredible. Not too often I've tried a go 9. I don't even know what to put in the scorebook, but
yeah, that's a go 9.
That's, man. Yeah, we're going to continue to keep our eye on this. Again, the official score 3-2, Johnson County still on top. I had thought that Jordan had hit the plate and they were going to count that run before the 3rd out was recorded, but again, they had not officially stated that the run came down to score.
Yeah, I was with you there, partner.
The catcher number 7, Hannah Archdeacon.
But to be honest, I was watching the play in the field and wasn't paying attention to the runner. Well, that's the home plate umpire's job, so he didn't say she scored, so she must not have crossed.
Cordell on with the walk. Archdeacon back up 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Takes that pitch into the zone behind 0-2 now to Palmer.
Got to protect now. Let's see the Cavaliers get a little insurance here.
You got a monitor up here, and we're re-looking at the play. Now, obviously, with the camera following the action into right field, so you can see the hit there going through. And it looks like Jordan, she's in the left-handed batter's box before that throw even comes in. As that one good dive by the shortstop. Just too deep in the hole. It's going to be an infield hit for Hannah Archdeacon. Now working a 3 for 3 day.
Bryant.
See if Haley can get that run home here.
Again, we're going to continue to keep our eye on that. Meanwhile, Bryant puts down another bunt and uses the wheels to beat it out at first. The bases are going to be juiced for the Cavs here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Yep.
Right fielder number 6, Gracie.
Well done, Haley.
Let's see if we see a safety squeeze here.
And Ramsey also, he's got wicked speed going down the line and coming out of the left-handed batter's box. And they're going to have some extra time to talk this over as another walkout into the circle for Labette and their coaching staff. And we'll see if he's going to try to make a change here with Palmer. Again, we've talked about it already a couple times that the depth is not super deep for the Cardinals as far as pitching. Unless we've seen it before in the past where if you wanted to try to put in their expected starter for game 2 and Jalea McDaniel to come in and close out for where things stand right now, this is going to be the final inning for the Cavaliers if they hold on to this 3-2 lead and have 3 outs recorded in the top of the 7th. But again, he's going to leave Palmer out there to keep on going. Who again, and this is no knock to Palmer. The pitch count's still within reason in the low 80s. He's only given up 3 runs, so I mean you can't ask for much more. Now the young freshman. This one put down to third base and to throw home. Let the bases loaded.
He's going to get us back to the top of the order with Taryn Burkhart.
Right fielder number 3, Taryn Burkhart.
Everyone will advance up 60 feet. Back to the top with Taryn Burkhart. 1 for 3, single, and a run scored in the first inning. A fly out to center in the second, and another fly out to left on what was a nice running grab out in left field by Allen. It was almost an over-the-shoulder catch she made as that was stung in the left center field gap. This one steps on the bag over the first. What a big out for the Cardinals. And talk about the double play when you need it. That could have scored a pair of runs for the Cavaliers, but instead they will take their 1-run lead to the top of the 7th as the Cavs lead 3 runners stranded.
Save the Children believes childhood without food is unimaginable. Yet around the world, children are suffering from the worst famine in our lifetime, coupled with conflict, poverty, climate change, and more. Join Save the Children and get fed up. Fed up with the lack of progress. Fed up with the injustice. Learn how you can get involved in the fight against childhood hunger at savethechildren.org/getfedup.
I'm fed up. We're fed up. We're fed up.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Right now, the final chance for Labette, as they scored 2 runs, and it is staying at 2 runs in the top of the 6th inning. And of course, if every Cardinal fan that is watching this stream, they're going to go back to that.
Yep.
That third out, that go 9 play back from Camacho that brought Jordan down the line. It looked like, just off of our stream, that she had crossed home plate before the throw was made into first, and that was the 3rd and final out when it was recorded.
The umpire did not, he's supposed to turn around and tell the official score that run scores. He did not. And the Labette coach is not questioning it, so
yes,
it is what it is.
Yeah, we did not see any pushback from anyone on the Labette side, even Jordan themselves.
Nope. Important for the Cavs to keep this leadoff hitter off base, and she does. Quarter 9th strikeout.
Yep. Second strikeout of the day for Ellie Slaughter. And a big out, number 1. Brings back in Kahu. Struck out in the 2nd, was a victim of the 6-3 double play back in the 5th inning. Cavaliers with a 1-run lead, trying to hold on to take game 1 of this doubleheader inside for ball 1. McNally getting closer and closer to 100 pitches on the day.
She's had a good one.
Downley in the running for our player of the game honors. Tried to go low and away, but too low. 2 balls, no strikes now. She holds on here. It'll be her 7th straight start as she is finished with a win. That one in for strike 1. And with the win in this game, that would bring the Cavaliers back to within at least a game and a half of Cali, back who's currently on top with conference record 15-1 through 16 games. And after game number 16 is in the books after this one, we'll see where the Cavaliers record stands. It's 3-2 count to Kahu. Let's see if she can put her away. McNally winds and delivers. Low and away, does not get the call. And the tying run is aboard on a 1-out walk for the Cards.
Now you got to watch for the bunt. Aspen needs to be alert here. Down at 3rd. You got to almost expect the Cardinals to bunt here. And they did not.
Swinging away is Hamilton. Ramsey under it and right. And 1 pitch for the 2nd out as Hamilton is retired.
I'm really surprised at that.
And the fact that the last at bat for Hamilton was back in the 5th with 2 outs, and she put a bunt attempt down there, but not right there.
Yeah. To get the tying run in scoring position.
And now the 9-hole hitter, Powell, who did have a single, the leadoff single in that 2-run 6th inning, came around to score. Now the last hope, also with that split grip on the bat, charge into it and chops it foul near the Johnson County dugout. Pitch number 100 for McNally will be coming up right here.
Hopefully she'll be able to close it out with this pitch.
Oh, and a throw back to first, but she's back in safe.
Oh, man, that was close, though.
Bang, bang play for Archdeacon. We've seen her throw down the line many, many times today, and we thought that was the one.
Close.
Kahoo's going to stay a little closer to the bag. 1-1, and it's in for strike 2 to Powell.
Got her set up.
Now for Labette, down to their final strike here in game 2. McNally trying to wrap up this gym. Here's 1-2. Breaking up high, got her to chase off the net, and the other 1-2 pitch will be looming. Pitch 1-0-1.
Let's go, be smart. Let's go.
Another 1-2.
I got her picked off.
In a pickle, Kahoo trying her best, and here we go, and the tag is applied, and a third and final out.
Lady Cavaliers win game number 1.
And a lot of chaos and question at the tail end of this game. Very fitting that it ends in a pickle.
Yeah.
As the Cavaliers take game 1 by a score of 3-2. And I'll tell you what, partner, this is, I always allude.
It seems like every time we see something new.
Yeah, I mean, it's something new, crazy, bizarre. I remember the first game, that doubleheader against Highland a week ago. It was a walk-off error for the Cardinals, or for the, God dang it, for the Cavaliers in that game. And now here in game 1 with the Cardinals, I mean, it's really head-scratching, that top of the 6th inning. I don't think there was any doubt about it. Jordan came around to score.
Yeah.
Should have been a 3-3 game, but the home plate umpire didn't say they scored. No objection from the Cardinal bench and the dugout as well. So that's where things are going to stand. But I think, you know, looking back on the instant replay or looking back at the film on this, I think the coaching staff and company, I think they're going to realize there was maybe a little bit of a shortcoming there, and what could have potentially been a 3-3 game.
I may have let one get away there, but that's, it's good for the Cavaliers. It's history now.
And that is exactly what it is. A big win in game 1 for the Cavaliers.
And let's do an offensive and defensive player of the game. Maggie McNally, obviously the defensive player of the game.
Obviously.
Aspen Burkhart with 2 of the 3 RBIs. Right?
That's it. Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
With the weather pending and just getting the heads up, they're probably going to have a quicker turnaround. Typically, they usually take about 25 to 30 minutes between games, but today, it's, as expected, coming in on the drive, we said probably going to be a little bit quicker, and that's exactly what they're going to do today. So, again, Cavaliers take game 1 of the doubleheader with Labette 3-2. It was a beauty of one and a great day for Maggie McNally in the circle for Johnson County, going over this full 7 innings and only allowing those 2 runs to come across to score 9 strikeouts on the game. That is the most strikeouts that she has had in a game since April 13th in her start against Independence, where she struck out 9 and walked 2 in that game against the Pirates. That ties a season high. So we're going to step aside here on JC Sports Live. We're going to reset, regroup. We're going to be back with game 2. Just keep it right here on the channel. We'll be back with the begin soon, and we will come live in a few moments before first pitch of game 2 here on your home of the Cavaliers, Johnson County Sports Live. It's out of here. Ties us up, a 2-run shot. Wild pitch gets by the catcher, and the go-ahead run will come across. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and swing and miss him. And welcome back to the program in here on JC Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Dredden. Game 2 between the Cards and the Cavs going to be starting in just a few moments. We wanted to come back and obviously you and I, a little bit of, let me unmute you there. There you go.
I just wanted to let everybody know after more research that run in the 6th inning should not have counted, even though she crossed the plate before the 3rd out was recorded, because it was on a forced play at first base. You just typically don't see that very often, see a runner being thrown out from right field. So.
Right, and that's where it was so off, because it was like, well, if they hit it to the outfield, you just assume the run's going to score, and then there's just an out at the bag. So that's on us. But yes, obviously, and that's why we did see a lot of objection from Labette County. So they fall 3-2, but still the Cardinals played really close to the Cavaliers in that first game, and the numbers would show that the Cavaliers, again, this high explosive offense, not having not the game 1 that they'd expect. They scored 3 runs, 7 hits. They didn't have any errors in the field, but 8 runners left on base for the Cavaliers. As for Labette, 2 runs on 4 hits. They did have 2 errors. One of those errors did come around to score back in the 5th inning. Jaylee Jefferson got on with an E5 and then came around to score after stealing a base, and then was brought home on an RBI single from Aspen Burgart. And then 3 left on base for Labette. So when it took them a while to get going, they were basically shut down for about 4 innings or so, and then finally they got some momentum rolling with them along. It came in the 6th inning. That was the big one that finally everything started knocking loose. It was a leadoff single from Powell, and then a sac bunt to move her over to second base. Another single from Welch that brought Powell in to score, and then, they moved her to third, and then Jordan came up, hit that big 2 RBI triple. And then that was the controversy, or at least at the time, where we had thought she was coming down the line, thought that she had scored. But again, that force play that was being made on the ground out from
to right field.
Yeah, to right field from Camacho, who again assumed going 0 for 3 in game 1 with a strikeout, thinking that she's got a hit, she's got an RBI. She just tied the game up. Everything's going well. And they give credit to Gracie Ramsey and Kate Ediger working together from right field into first base and able to get that ground out.
Shout out to
incredible.
Yeah, shout out to her for getting it, having the presence of mind to get that out at first base to keep that run from scoring.
Well, first pitch, it's now Mariah Umverzak in the circle for Johnson County. Maggie McNally getting the start in the first game. She had a gym. We'll give her numbers a little bit later on, along with Palmer. It'll be Jalea McDonald. That'll start for the Cardinals, and a little soft fly over on the second base side is brought in for out number 1 by Allen, leading off again, second game in a row. Not a whole lot of changes for either of these teams. A couple of new players, new faces here and there making the start. We now go to Welsh, the center fielder. 1 for 3 with a single and a pair of strikeouts in game 1. Another soft liner. This one goes to Ediger over at first, and she brings it in. And only 3 pitches so far for Umverzak, and there's 2 outs.
Yeah, as we've talked about in the past, Umverzak is more of a contact pitcher. Uses that defense behind her.
7-2 record, her 13th appearance and 10th start of the season. 49 total innings, a 3.71 ERA, 20 strikeouts, and a 1.63 whip. She did have a season high in strikeouts not too long ago. A couple games, her last start coming up against Highland. She went 4 innings in there, only 2 runs, just 2 strikeouts, 1 walk in that game back on April 20th, so 1 week ago today. 1-1 count to Jordan. Not going to build upon the momentum she built up for herself in the top of the sixth in game one. We've already discussed that. That big triple. Her only hit on the day, also a victim of a strikeout. This one popped in the air. Ryan Pinkerton taking a look at it as it goes over the net. She's at the backstop here in game two for the Cavaliers, filling in for Hannah Archdeacon, which is interesting. The last couple of nope. It was fouled off. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
2-ball, 2-strike count to Jordan. Next pitch, right back up the middle, just past Humbersack. A solid knock into center field for a 2-out single. I'm just going to start keeping a close eye over whenever there's a runner going to second. But for Jordan, back-to-back hits for her between the two games. And now we move along to Facklum at third base here in game two. She puts this one out. That could get down into the gap, and it will. It's going to one hop on the wall. Bryant will take it up. Jordan, they're going to wave her around third. Good throw in, one hop. Pinkerton with the tag. She is out.
That is fundamental softball right there, folks. You saw she hit the cutoff. She hit the cutoff man and then wheeled and made the play at the plate.
Beautiful execution from the Cavaliers. Wipe a run off the board. We are still 0-0 into the bottom half of the first. Coming up next.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Now the bottom of the first, same starting three for the Cavs: Burkhart, Carter, and Jefferson. Followed by Burgard, Ediger, Cordill, Pinkerton in the 7th spot, and Bryant and Ramsey round out the bottom half of the order for the Cavaliers.
And the wind is picking up for game two here.
Yeah, feel like it's going to be a little bit more consistent here.
Yep, 16 miles an hour out of the south. Don't take a poke to get it out of here.
Taryn 1 for 4 in game one with a single. Takes a called strike there. 2 balls, 1 strike in the count. Going against Jayla McDonald for the Cardinals. 4.47 ERA. 67 strikeouts, 80 walks. And in danger of potentially walk number 81. A 3-1 count to Taryn. If she gets on with a walk, you can pretty much count it as a double, but she's got to swing at this one, put it out in the center. Welch again charging in on it. Wynn making it just a little bit more difficult, but she's there for out number 1.
Batting second, the second baseman, number 17, Izzy
And that's the thing I've always been the most impressed about from you and I doing the majority of high school games over the past couple of years. Now up here at the JUCO scene for both softball and baseball. And really the big gap for me is you could tell whenever there's a windy day like this, battling the elements. Usually in high school you see outfielders, they struggle with it, not as consistent, almost nails at this level.
Yeah, no question about it. It's impressive.
Great defense all around. Now an 0-2 count here to Izzy Carter, Cavaliers' second baseman. Just recorded one official plate appearance in the first game. It was a single.
Oh,
gets
wow.
caught looking. To the displeasure of a lot of the Cavaliers supporters here, not liking the call. Thought that was off the plate, but that goes down as out number 2 as Jaylee Jefferson will make her way in, looking to break the 0 for 2 with a strikeout skid she had in game 1. Wynn continuing to wreak havoc here in the press box. And my scorebook, I have to close my window here before too long.
It's steady at 16, gusting to over 20.
Storms are going to be starting rolling into the area here over the next about 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, that's why we had an early start. Hopefully we can get it done here before anything happens.
Yep.
Well, if the Cavs are going to do anything, they're going to have to do it with 2 outs in this half of the inning.
Nothing new for them.
No.
0-2, it bounces, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And again, a Johnson County team that overall in the season, they don't have it kept as an official stat for how many runs they've scored with 2 gone, but I would go to argue maybe close to maybe a little under a third or so of the runs as McDaniel gets back-to-back looking strikeouts. Down go the Cavaliers in order, and after 1, we're still looking for our first run.
Massage is more than relaxation. Apex Massage Therapy can go beyond with targeted work for headaches and sinuses, myofascial releases, trigger point therapy, neuromuscular therapy, reflexology, cupping, and hot stones. Kylie's hands go right to the problem areas and work out all the issues. She is certified in prenatal massages, oncology, lymphatic drainage, pre- and post-surgery massages, and she can also work on minors and athletes. For openings and specials, like and follow Apex MT on Facebook.
The second number, Zach's first pitch is swung on and popped up right on the infield. Another fly out to second to get us started in the top half of the inning here on JC Sports Live as Kahoo, that's retired. Now moved to Ellie Slaughter, was the catcher in game 1, a designated player here in game 2, and followed by Hamilton. Good crowd on hand today, and call it bark at the complex today. It's not necessarily a ballpark, but
a lot of dogs out here
today.
Yeah.
Nice day to bring the pups out for a ball game. Why not? 1-0 pitch to Slaughter.
Oh.
Not let her high, but not going to get the call for ball 2.
That was close.
Zach still trying to work, find the zone. 2-0. That one in for strike 1. It's always the challenge after game 1. You got one home plate umpire back there, and then they switch them between games and trying to figure out. Not every umpire's zoned. It's, obviously it's going to be relatively close to the same, but what they give and don't give, that can vary on a case-to-case basis. That one for strike 2. That's the part of the zone, that kind of low in the way quadrant that Maggie McNally was hammering in that first game as part of that 9 strikeout performance she had through 7 innings. Zach doing the same there. 2-2 count. Next pitch to Slaughter. Just fouled off. That's going to go foul up the first base line and into the visiting bullpen. Good run after it, however, out and right from Ramsey. 2 balls, 2 strikes, still in the count.
That was a game-winning play she made out there, throwing that runner out at first.
And another swing and a miss there for Slaughter. Will be the first strikeout of the game for Umverzak.
Batting 7th, the second baseman, number 12, Matty Hamilton.
Now we'll bring in Hamilton, the second baseman. Going 0 for 3, had a strikeout, a ground out, and a fly out. Well, it takes a first pitch strike. Umberzak starting to hammer the zone now. And more of a pitch to contact type of pitcher for this Cavaliers team. Lets the defense play behind her. Giving up a pair of hits so far in this game and has retired the first two she's faced here in the second. And a 1-1 count. Right fielder Ring was on deck. She made an appearance in game 1 as a pinch runner. And now getting to start here in game 2. Bunt attempt put down, but it goes foul. Saw a lot of that in game 1 as well. Although there was, in that top half of the 7th, a questionable, or at least, I don't know if you want to call it questionable or not. There was one gone in the inning, but they did have the potential tying run over at first base. And of all the times that we had seen the Cardinals bunt in that game, they did not choose to bunt to try to move her over 60 feet into scoring position. I think if there's no outs, I think they do that undoubtedly. But with one out, maybe that changes the strategy a little bit there.
It must have, because they didn't do it.
Burgart takes it in foul territory, right in front of the Johnson County batter circle. And after 2 innings, Umberzak threw 2 scoreless so far, and still looking for our first run between the Cardinals and the Cavs on JC Sports Live.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be. There is no typical firefighter.
Feeling a couple of little mist and raindrops coming through our screen here in the press box.
Yeah, and the wind is shifting around now. There's hardly any breeze at all. Kind of weird.
Aspen Burghardt leads it off for the Cavs. Bottom half of the second inning. 1 ball, 1 strike in the count. McDaniel striking out 2 in the first. She's off to a good start in this game. 1-1 on the way. Got to be careful with the dangerous power hitter like Burghardt. The only thing that would be playing against her today is that wind, which I think potentially took away a home run to center field back in the first game and went down as a sacrifice fly, but to the deepest part of the yard when the wind was blowing about 15 miles per hour in, straight from center field, right where that ball was flying.
Now she can look for a pitch in a spot.
And she takes the walk.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 15, Kate Editor.
Yeah, runner on the leadoff inning for the Cavaliers, looking to do some better with runners on the base paths, as they left at least 1 runner on in every inning in that first game, all the way through 1 through 5, and then they had the bases loaded in the 6th inning. They end up straining 3.
That's not like these Cavaliers.
Yeah, it's just one of those odd games.
Yeah, it was.
Thankfully for McNally, as she was on, had a good game, faced a little bit of a jam there in the 6th, but was able to work through it and then closed it out in the top of the 7th. Yeah, this is a Cavalier team that can win in just more than one way. They don't have to go up and mash, have 10-plus hits and 10-plus runs, and try to spread you in every single game. They can also rely on the pitching to hold them down Well, they could just scrape across a couple here and there as the game goes along. 2-1 on the way and swung on by Edgar. Popped up. That's sent out to the parking lot. Foul.
Well, thankfully, McNally didn't need too many runs to win this thing.
Mm-hmm. That win, now 7 straight starts with a win for McNally. She's just on a great tear this part of the season, getting hot at the right time, and a swing and a miss from Edgar. She's down on strikes and already 3 in the game for McDaniel.
Batting 6th, the designated player number 25, Kaya Cordo.
Designated player, Kaya Cordell. Did come around to score in the first game. It was just 0 for 1 with the fly out. And a 1-1 count right now. Ryan Pinkerton, catcher, is going to be on deck for her first bat appearance. With the win in that first game, just to update on the standings, Johnson County win their 8th game in a row as Cordell puts this one as McDaniel goes to second, stretching out at first, but not going to be in time. And she'll reach on the fielder's choice and just trade place with Burkhart over at first base. But with the win in that first game, the Cavaliers continue to keep pace with Cowley on the top. Now their conference record of 13-2 for Johnson County, 15-1 are the Tigers. So saying if the Cavaliers, they need to win this second game here, complete the doubleheader sweep, and then have a chance to go into Cali on Monday, just 1 game behind the division leading Cowley, as that one is put down, a ground out to short, still 0-0 after 2 innings.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
Leading off the Lady Cardinals third, the right field.
On to the third with there's a Ring, followed by Powell and Allen. The Ring's first official at-bat of the day. She made an appearance as a pinch runner in Game 1. First pitch she sees from Verzak. Puts down a bunt. Collect and throwed over to Edgar in time. 1 pitch, 1 gone. And that is how we start things here in the 3rd inning.
Batting 9th, the catcher number 10.
Cavaliers still staying put. We talk about all their standings in the conference, but their standings just in Division II and the NJCAA polls, currently staying put at 8 right now. So they've been pretty much a mainstay in the top 10s this whole entire season. Haven't had a whole lot of movement one way or the other, which is not a bad thing. The Cavaliers, again, from the winter sports season, had the men's and women's basketball team that were honestly ranked in the top 25, and same thing here in the spring with the softball and baseball team being ranked in the top 25 or just in the top 10 pretty much the whole season for both.
Yeah, it's been a fun season. Fun year.
Has been. And now we just await for both Cavalier teams making the trip to Arc City for huge doubleheaders with the Tigers, and both of those doubleheaders have division championship implications in them as well.
No question about that. We saw, you and I called the baseball doubleheader where the team split.
Well, Cavaliers, a strong performance in game one, and then the Tigers against their Cavaliers ace Brandon Stone were able to bust it open on a 3-run home run from Dane Harvey out to center field, and Tigers ended up winning. I believe 10-5 was the final in that second game.
Yeah, Stone came out and the bullpen kind of struggled.
Looks like we might have a little change of equipment here. Ryan Pinkerton running in, maybe getting a new helmet. Never a good case when it chips or cracks on you and you got to go get another one.
Yeah.
I guess that's why you have a spare. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch is fouled off again up the third base line by Powell. Good at bat here with Umverzak.
And so far in this doubleheader, the Cavs have defended the bunt really well.
Choking up high on that bat in a 2-2 count. Next pitch. Left side. Jefferson charges, stops, throws, stretch from Edgar in time for the second out.
Nice play by Jaley.
Left fielder number 2, Carly Allen.
Back-to-back infield ground outs. 2 gone in the top of the third. We go back to the order with Allen. 0 for 1, a fly out to left. This one will get in to center. 1 for 2 day with the first hit.
Center fielder number 5, Emma Welch.
Now the Cardinals trying to give the Cavaliers a taste of their own medicine. They try to put a little 2-out rally going. So looking for our first run of this game. This one put in play.
Nicely done.
Carter covering over for Edgar, and that's the third and final out. Seeing a lot of fundamental defense today.
Yeah, no question.
From the Cavalier, 3 straight scoreless innings for Mariah Umverzak.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
First pitch swinging for Haley Bryant, and misreading it in the air, and again that wind causing havoc. Bryant rounding around second. She's coming into third. Throw is in, but not going to be enough to try to put a tag on, as she will make her way in with a leadoff triple for Haley Bryant.
Yeah, that wind is picked up big time again. That wind really knocked that ball down, and the left fielder really had a tough time.
And we have seen Allen in left and Welch in center battling the wind all day long. They've done really well with it through the entire day, and Allen was breaking to her left, and that wind just pushing it all the way back near to the foul line, as she had no chance to run that one down as it went all the way to the corner.
We saw Taryn Burkhart make a really nice play, having to come in hard on a ball too. It's being knocked down by the wind.
RBI chance here for Gracie Ramsey. Back in, starting out in right field, 0 for 2 in game 1, a pair of ground outs. One on the way. 2 balls, 1 strike. What had her jammed there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And again, folks at home can continue to hear the wind. Continue to be a factor here today. Holding off at the very last second. 3 balls, 2 strikes as that one was low and away. And a little bloop, but that's going to go foul. And even just a slow roller on the right side of the infield is going to be enough to score. Bryant come down the line. Potentially could.
Yes, she's got good wheels.
Another 3-2. Got her looking. Looked like it was maybe.
Man, that looked way outside. Woo.
Looked like it was just off the plate a little bit, and Ramsey, instead of going up to first, she will go back to the dugout with a backwards K. Now back to the top of the order with Taryn Burkhardt. 0 for 1, fly out to center. Now she takes a first pitch strike. I think we're starting to figure out the outer part of the zone that's going to be given in this game.
That was way out. Whoa!
And that one having to duck to get out of the way is Taryn.
That one right over the helmet.
Spectator continues to chase their hat around. Now they got it.
Yeah, this wind will blow your hat in the creek today.
For players and spectators and broadcasters.
Yeah. Cavs really need to get this run home with less than 2 out.
2-1 count to Burkhardt. Next pitch inside again.
Almost hit her.
I think it did.
Second baseman number 17 is the Carter.
Now runners on the corners for the Cavaliers. Play umpire delivering the ball to McDaniel, giving some extra time to pass.
Well, this wind is trying to blow up a storm. Seems like.
Carter puts it in play. That will score Bryant in from third, and they're going to say Burkhardt was in there safely at second.
That ball was squibbed off the end of the bat and just not enough on it for them to get a force play. That'll go as an infield hit.
With runners still at first and second for Johnson County, and they have the first run of the game. It's 1-0.
Jaylee's due.
Struck out looking to end the first inning in our last at bat. Comes on with 2 on and 1 gone. Haven't seen Taryn take off and snag a base yet here today.
Not yet.
So Jaylee in the right-handed batter's box. If maybe Coach Bratton Vulcans wants to be a little extra aggressive here. Not sending her yet, but 2 straight balls in the count, so maybe no need to try to risk it. This is starting to become a jam for McDaniel, because if you let Jaylee get on, potentially with the walk, or then you got to deal with Aspen Burkhardt coming up with 1 gone. That one popped up. That'll be the first strike in the count, 2-1. Jaylee trying to get that batting average back up above 400.
Taryn was about 3/4 of the way to third base there. She's trying to draw a throw.
She's got Powell's attention.
She definitely does.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Ball 4.
The bases will be loaded for Aspen Burghardt.
Dangerous hitter.
Third baseman number 26, Aspen Burghardt.
Now, a walk, a single, and then followed by a walk after seeing that leadoff triple come around to score. And another stop and a time here in the circle for Labette to try to talk things over as a precarious situation awaits for him. Bases loaded, Aspen Burghardt coming up. Got on with a walk earlier in this game. In game 1, 1 for 3, had a single and a ground out. She was also responsible for bringing in 2 RBIs, 2 of the 3 runs for the Cavaliers. And of course, everybody, first thing they think of when she comes to the plate is her power.
Oh, yeah.
And breaking the single season record for most home runs that was set at 18. She hit 19 in the second game in her final at bat here at home against Highland last Saturday. Had 1 more in the series against Heston, and the way the wind's blowing today, if she wants to get number 21, she's really going to have to get a hold of it. Takes the first pitch ball instead.
Yeah, she just needs to find a hole here, score 2 runs.
Her pitches continue to be off the plate, just don't chase. 1-0. Swings at
There
it.
you go.
That gets through.
That's exactly what you needed.
And that's going to
plate 1.
Just plate 1. They do hold Izzy Carter up at third, but Aspen does their job and makes it a 2-0 lead.
Yep.
The first baseman number 15, Kate Editor.
Let's see if Kate can follow suit here and find a hole.
Such a powerful 1-2 combo in the middle part of the order for the Cavaliers and Burghardt and Ediger. She takes it right back to the pitcher, though. Home for 1. She beats it out up the line to first. So we'll just reset now with 2 outs.
Cut that run down at the plate.
Designated player number 25, Kaya Cornell.
Second time the Cavaliers have had a runner out on the force play at home this afternoon. This doubleheader, and a first pitch strike is in to Kaya Cordell. Reach with a fielder's choice back in the second inning. And a big hit here. What the Cavaliers were looking for a lot in that first game, just couldn't really find it to just kind of bust the game wide open. I feel if you get out of this inning and if you've only put up 2 runs, you might look at that as a in that Cavalier dugout as maybe a bit of a missed opportunity.
Yeah, no question about that.
Foul going up the line and on to the berm.
The Cavs have struggled getting timely hits today. Leaving, what do you say, 8 on base?
8 on.
Yeah.
First game. Only 1 left on so far here in game 2.
Yeah.
That will jump up if they leave the bases loaded. A 2-2 count to Cordell. Next pitch from McDaniel is pulled out into right. And right fielder charges in to bring it in. 3 more left stranded. Second time the Cavs have stranded the bases loaded this afternoon. They do play 2 across, though, as they take the lead with them on to the top of the 4th.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Now the top of the fourth inning in a 2-0 ball game. Cavaliers finally breaking our 0-0 tie, gridlock, whatever you want to call it. Jordan leading it off for the Cardinals, followed by Flackham and Kahoo. Right, Umberzek still in the circle, working strong for Johnson County. 32nd pitch of the afternoon. Jordan did get on with a single in her first at bat, and then had a potential scoring opportunity as Facklum came up right behind her and hit a double that was stung out into the gap, and they waved Jordan around third, and it was a good throw and a relay from the outfield hitting the cutoff man, and Jefferson firing it to Pinkerton at the plate to get Jordan out at home and wiping off the potential run for the Cardinals.
She's been a tough out for the Caps so far today.
And her last at bat in game one being the triple and then the single early here. Now she puts this one in play. Bryant charges in and takes care of it.
She read that nicely.
Jordan, the first out in the top of the fourth. Now to Facklum, third baseman, had that double, but didn't get a lot of time to try to bask in it, as he quickly had to go back into the dugout, get her glove, and get back out on the field after Jordan was tagged out at home. Breaking pitch from Umberzak is in, good strike one. Zach was trying to work that way out of the part zone that got a call earlier. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jammed him. Burgert charge it in. Nice underhand catch and on the run for 2 out.
The shortstop, number 1, Kyla.
Now to Kahoo, also 0 for 1 on the day. Just a little simple fly out over to second on the infield. Yes, in case you're wondering, the wind is still
howling,
still here, making its presence known.
"17 gusting to 31.
1-1. Carter will drift out just on the into the grass, and will take care of it herself. 3 up, 3 down go the Cardinals in the fourth straight scoreless for Mariah Umberzak as her team leads 2-0.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
Everyone loves a special occasion to come together to celebrate. The Meadowlark is one of the premier wedding venues in the Kansas City area. But it's even more. Beyond nuptial and corporate events, the Meadowlark is now bringing live music to the area. Come enjoy a night of dinner, drinks, and entertainment without waiting for an invite. Follow Meadowlark Events-Live on Facebook for upcoming shows. Now you have even more reasons to celebrate at the Meadowlark.
Liner, she's a line driver, according to the Johnson County dugout. Ryan Pinkerton steps up 0 for 1, the ground out. 7, 8, 9, Pinkerton, Bryant, and Ramsey. Jam shot goes foul at the third base line. Cavaliers plated 2 across in the bottom of the third. They're scoreless in the first and second. Looking to add on here in the fourth. Again, they just continue to fly out to the left for the first out. Been just looking for those few plays that they've seemed to just stumble upon in about every single one of their games so far this season, that they really put the distance between them and their opponent. But so far today against Labette, hasn't happened yet, but still holding on to a 2-0 lead here. It's nothing to gripe about, don't get me wrong.
No.
It's just kind of the more...
saving those runs for the big upcoming series.
Save it for Cowley and save it again for Coffeyville here at home. It's going to be sophomore day when the Cavaliers host the Red Ravens. The regular season finale, another fly ball. This one going out to center, back right on the warning track. And dragging it down is Welch. 2 up, 2 down, go the Cavs.
It's played well by Welsh out there. That ball was slicing away from her. Well, actually, it was hooking away from her.
Hooking, slicing.
Actually, that was a left-hand hitter, so it was slicing.
What do you call that one?
Yeah, it's just an out.
Back-to-back flyouts to center. 3 up, 3 down, go the Cavs. In the fourth, still Cavaliers 2, Cardinals nothing.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Back trying to cut into this 2-0 deficit. Slaughter, Hamilton, and King lead it off. Bunt attempt.
Well done.
Up the first base line. That's going to help as Umberzak just bare hands in. Under tosses it to Ediger.
Umberzak and McNally both have fielded the bunt really well in both of these games.
Which is sometimes not as easy as you would think, especially for a pitcher.
That one was well bunted up the right field line, and Umberzak made a nice play on it. Fielding her position.
It's been back-to-back quality starts here in this game for Johnson County pitchers. McNally doing well in the first game. Umberzak right now through 4 1/3 scoreless. Final numbers for McNally was 7 innings, 4 hits, and 4 walks, 9 strikeouts, and 2 runs that came across to score. She just continues to peak and get hot at the right time for this Cavalier squad. This one out into left. And nice grab on the run by Taryn.
Nicely done by Taryn Burkhart there. That's 2 fine plays she's made.
Takes a run right into the wall, and that was right on the chalk line, too. That gets down. I believe that would have been fair. But a nice running grab from Taryn down into the left field corner for out number 2. So a lot of people take their hats off and tip it to her. It's exactly what you got to do. I would if I had one. One ball, one strike count to Ring. 0 for 1. The ground out in the third. Zach looking for another 3 up, 3 down inning. Low and away. Doesn't get the zone. 2-1. Bunt again. Zach played nicely over to Ediger. Back-to-back 3 up, 3 down innings. And it stays Cavaliers 2, Cardinals nothing.
Massage is more than relaxation. Apex Massage Therapy can go beyond with targeted work for headaches and sinuses, myofascial releases, trigger point therapy, neuromuscular therapy, reflexology, cupping, and hot stones. Kylie's hands go right to the problem areas and work out all the issues. She is certified in prenatal massages, oncology, lymphatic drainage, pre- and post-surgery massages, and she can also work on minors and athletes. For openings and specials, like and follow Apex MT on Facebook.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Back to the top of the order we go. Third time through for the Cavaliers as we get to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Cardinals will now be down to their last 6 outs. 1 pitch and 1 out. The ground out over to first for Taryn. Yeah, we've talked about the pitching for Johnson County and how they've had back-to-back quality starts. And I think for Labette, got to start showing them some credit too.
Say the same thing for them. Kept the Johnson County bats quiet for the most part.
I mean, really, in this game, it was just that bottom third where they gave up 2 runs on 4 hits.
They left the bases loaded, too.
I think if you go over to the Johnson County dugout, they'll tell you that it's also just missed opportunities, but definitely credit is deserved to McDaniel here in game 2 and then in game 1 to Taylor Palmer. They've done everything to keep their team into it.
They have. They've made pitches when they had to.
And for the most part, the outfield's done a great job battling the wind. Been pretty fundamental defense. They had a couple errors in game 1. Haven't seen any yet here in game 2 as that one goes foul for Carter. She did reach on with a single back in the third and was taken out at home on the fielder's choice and then struck out looking back in the first. Another pitch way low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good swing into this one. And into the gap, and it's going to drop between the right fielder and center fielder. Neither of them can get to it. They'll hold up a one-out double. And that was the question. Was one of them going to close in on it and bring it in for the second out, but it drops right in between Welch and center and Ring and right. Neither of them just couldn't get to it in time. Now the Cavaliers have another runner in scoring position off the Izzy Carter one-out double. Prime spot for Jaylee Jefferson off the end of the bat, up the middle, short. Will take it, throw over to first, gets her by a half step.
Man. That was close.
The third baseman, number 26, Aspen.
Jaylee definitely thought that she had
Jaylee
beat it out. She wanted it.
Yeah, so did the first base coach.
Now it's going to take a hit to bring Carter home as she moves up 60 feet to third.
You got the lady at the plate to do it.
And an RBI single in the last at bat in the third. One ball, no strike. Next pitch from McDonald. 2-0. She wants to get a hold of one. The wind has really died down right now.
It has.
2-0. Inside, 3 straight balls. More than likely going to be taking on this next pitch.
Probably will, but I'd give her the green light if I was coach her. She'll be swinging now. She gets one she likes.
3-1 pitch. That will go up and foul out to the parking lot in a full count at 3-2. Cavaliers trying not to spoil the one-out double. Burkhardt right to the second baseman, and the throw over is in time, and another runner in scoring position is left stranded by the Cavaliers, and credit to the Cardinals. They've been keeping them at bay, and through 5, it is still 2. Cavaliers 2, Cardinals nothing.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
The one thing we can't say about these games today is they have been dragging along. They've been going by.
They've been
very good.
Cruising
very
right along.
Just past the 2 o'clock hour. And to the top of the 6th inning, righty versus lefty to start it off. Umverzak dishes it to Powell and another first pitch. And great play for Ediger for the first out.
Boy, again, like so solid there at first base.
Yeah, like I say about every game, if you really want to go back and look, Ediger saves at least an error or two every single game. She saved one there on the high throw from Burghardt. Yeah. Able to jump up, get the foot back on the bag.
And like we talked about, partner Umverzak doing a fine job of pitching to contact here. She's throwing a shutout so far. And her defense has been stellar.
Just 3 hits given up so far. That one on line. Not having to make any extracurriculars over at first to bring that one in for Ediger.
The center fielder, number 5, Emma Welch.
This is going to set the table then for Kaylin Conrad and Jalen Lavers, as they both will, I would imagine, will get the start in that doubleheader against Cowley.
Well, I would imagine it may be all hands on deck, too. You just can't tell.
Could be. And that's the one thing going, that's the major difference in softball and baseball is, that baseball, the range of motions of the arms is definitely more stress in baseball than it is in softball. So that does allow for pitch counts to be higher in games and maybe like quick turnarounds.
Yeah, less rest time needed.
So
don't need
we'll
5
see.
days rest.
We'll see what happens. Again, that doubleheader is supposed to be taking place Monday afternoon.
But you got to be I'm sure Coach knows you don't want to. The league it'd be nice to win the league, but it's you really put your eyes to the regionals. You want to win the regionals if you can.
That one goes foul. And even still, we could talk about potential worst case scenario for Johnson County if they if they hold on to this 2-0 lead. If they go down and they get swept by Cowley, then that still potentially could leave the door open for Neosho to then leapfrog Johnson County in the second place, as both the Panthers and the Cavs, they've been kind of trading places between second and third over the past few weeks. With Johnson County would be set to host Coffeyville. They get the favored opponent as far as the schedule wise.
Goes, yeah.
Still, for the Cavaliers, you're thinking going into the regional tournament, that'll be taking place at the sports complex up in Topeka, coming up May 8th through the 11th. That
we will be there.
We will be there. We're going to be live streaming the games directly to, I believe it's the Kansas Jayhawk Conference Network or NJCAA Network. I'm really excited to get to work on that. See a lot of great competitive softball games and see who's going to come out on top in this Kansas Jayhawk Conference in Division II and who's going to punch their ticket to the World Series.
Yeah.
It's going to be a really awesome crowning moment. Jefferson will take care of it. On over to Ediger, and that is yet another 3-up, 3-down inning. 3 in a row for Humverzak. She's retired 9 straight.
Question: what will you find on all over-the-counter or OTC medicine packages to help you choose the right drug and use it safely? The answer: the drug facts label. This label lists the medicine's active ingredients and purpose, how much to take, and warnings you should know before using it. Remember, even OTC medicines you buy without a prescription can cause side effects you don't want. So follow the information listed on the drug facts label. For more information, visit fda.gov/drug facts label. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon Smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
Now the bottom of the 6, 5, 6, 7, as Ediger smashes that one, but it goes all the way to the warning track. But got a hold of it, no doubt about it. A big hit for Kate and a leadoff double.
And you can see that wind pushing it towards the left field corner.
The designated player, number 25, Kaya Cordill.
If it had been a calm day, that one would have had a chance.
So my eyes are trained to the sound and the launch angle that, hey, that's probably going to go, but not on a day like today where the wind's pushing back as much as it can.
You get 30-mile-an-hour gusts. That's some serious wind.
Still a leadoff double for the Cavs. Now the question is, can they bring it around to score?
Yeah, I mean, this has been the issue so far today for the Cavs. Is it's just the timely hitting. So it's time to maybe pick up an insurance run or two here.
We're to 0 for 1, the fly out.
Oh, man. Looked like she framed that.
That one out.
That's going to get down.
That's off the top of the wall. They'll wave her around. Edgar slides in safely and back-to-back doubles. The big moment the Cavs have been waiting for this whole entire afternoon.
That's a big hit.
The catcher number 9, Ryan Pinkerton.
And a big insurance run coming in as well. Now makes it a 3-0 ball game.
There's no doubt that one would have been out with no wind.
Would have been, if it did, that would have been the 3rd home run of the season for Kaya, but she'll take her 6th double. Another solid hit. Shortstop gets in and out of her glove. They're trying to wave her home. She hesitates. Now the throw coming into the plate. Got her hand in there. She's safe.
Yep.
That slight hesitation made it maybe a little bit closer than it actually would have been.
Yes, indeed.
As you saw Brett Volkins, as Cordell, I think, thought the shortstop ended up on the dive, getting it in the glove.
She recovered well and made a good throw to the plate.
And the Cavs have matched their run total in the game here in the first 3 batters. First 3 batters. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Nobody out. Oh, man. High and tight.
Back-to-back inside on Bryant, 2-0. Gracie Ramsey on deck, 0 for 2, the strikeout and the flyout. Bryant had that leadoff triple back in the 3rd inning, did come around to score.
I'd look for a bunt here.
The right fielder number 6, Gracie Ramsey.
You liking the bunt?
I'll be surprised if they don't bunt here.
Now, Coach Brett Volkins had afraid to play some small ball when she needs to. You can call out just about everything except your traditional double play. That's the only thing. It's the only thing you can't do. Ramsey shows again, tried to pull it back. Now 0-2.
Call that a strike. Yep. We'll take it off now, I would imagine.
Took a look down at the wristband, steps in the box, is now ready for the 0-2. Here it comes, swings at it, left side, short,
just as
on
good
over
as
to first.
Got her job done.
Yep, she did.
The left fielder number 3,
And still with only 1 out in the inning. Still plenty of time for the Cavaliers to do damage as they go back to the top of the order with Taryn Burkhart. And she is due 0 for 2. Reached on a walk in the 3rd and came around to score.
Man, he's giving that outside part.
Believe it or not, we have a horse chant going on in the dugout.
Well, we heard a cat chant.
Okay, yeah, we've seen
already this year.
It's like one of those, those toys you had maybe when you were, maybe not when you were a kid because you're old, but you spin the wheel, makes animal sounds.
Yeah.
This one out into center. Go ahead and tagging up and coming in to score. No problem as Pinkerton knocks on the 5th run of the game for the Cavaliers and the 3rd here in the bottom of the 6th.
Izzy Carter.
And maybe they just have one of those wheels in the dugout and they just spin it. And we'll see.
Oh, man, that almost got her.
Is he starting to heat up? A single and a double in her last 2 at-bats after striking out in the first. Was another RBI chance over at second. Discussions continue about outside part of the zone.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
There's been a few, that's no doubt. But again, like we always say, that if they're going to do that, then
you got to adjust.
Got to adjust, especially if it's sporadic and it's not consistent.
Yeah, then
that's where it can get frustrating. But if it's consistent, then that's where it's like, well, then we're just going to need to adjust. Whether if it's right or wrong, indifferent, doesn't matter.
Where you move up on the plate so you can reach it.
Mm-hmm. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now 2 gone in the inning. Carter trying to keep the 3 out, bottom of the 6th inning alive, and she will as she draws a walk.
The shortstop, number 5, Jaylee Jefferson.
Jaylee could add to her RBI total if she can find a hole somewhere today.
And a ground out back in the 5th inning. Left stranded at 3rd in the 3rd inning, and the struck out looking back in the 1st. He's second in the team in total RBIs at 53. Now just trailing behind Aspen Burkhardt. Has worked it up to 68. Ranks her as one of the top in the conference. Right back to the pitcher. Tough luck for Jaylee.
Yeah.
That will wrap it up. Cardinals down to their final 3 outs as they got to put up a 5 spot to keep the game going on JC Sports Live.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate mountain.
Freedom of the press is about your right to know. It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
Craving a quick pick-me-up, tasty lunch, or afternoon treat? Have you been to The Bean? The Bean Coffee and Cafe in downtown Spring Hill is that rare mix of hometown charm and uptown style. At The Bean, they brew the finest cup of coffee, tastiest teas, and most refreshing smoothies and frappes around. The Bean is proud to serve delicious, handmade pastries by Scratch KC, and they have the best breakfast, lunch, and convenient grab-and-go options in town. Have you been to The Bean? The Bean Coffee and Cafe, downtown Spring Hill.
Since we've seen such stellar play from both pitchers in this doubleheader today, can you name a Royals pitcher that won the Gold Glove?
You're asking me? A Royals,
I'm asking
a Royals pitcher that has won a Gold Glove?
It's only been one.
See, I'm at a disadvantage here because
you're not as old as I am.
I mean, is this an older?
Yeah, it is.
Is it at least like a name? Like, is it going to be a random name, or
you'll know the name when I tell you.
I know. I'll throw out Saberhagen.
You got it.
Really,
Brett Saberhagen.
Saberhagen.
In like the '85 season, I think he won the Gold Glove.
The first World Series year for the Royals.
Yes. We're sure World Series win for the Royals.
Yeah.
The third baseman, number 20, Carly.
They lost a couple World Series.
Yeah. I count the ones they win.
Well, yeah. There you go. Cardinals down to their last 2 outs.
Of course, that 85 win coming against the St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah.
I-70 series, Show Me series, whatever they called it.
Both. All the controversy in Game 6 with the controversial safe call by Don Dickinger. But there was a Game 7, and the Royals just jumped all over them and beat the snot out of them in Game 7.
Yeah, that one, he did. Just got a piece. It came in a little bit too in and tight on Facklum.
That's the last thing she wanted to do.
The shortstop, number 1, Kyla Kahu.
A runner is on in the top of the 7th. One gone.
I wouldn't think they'd be bunting here. They not down by 5.
Kahu taking a nice look down the line at their base coach.
Yeah, the only thing it could do is a hit and run to try and stay out of the double play. But
another throw down the line, good backhand pick from Ediger. 1 ball, no strike at the dish to Kahu. 0 for 2 on today. Pair of pop-ups over to Izzy Carter over at second base.
She did square the bunt.
Come on, go at her.
She might have done that on her own, though. I don't see why you would give up an out here to move 1 run into scoring position that really doesn't mean anything. Good pitch there by Umberzak.
2 balls, 1 strike.
She's staring down there. She doesn't want to miss a sign, that's for sure.
2-1 on the way from Umberzak. Swings at it and jammed for the 3rd time in this game. This time on the left side. Aspen Burkhardt will take care of it. And Labette's now down to their final out.
The designated player, number 22, Ellie Slaughter.
Chance here for Slaughter. Also 0 for 2 with a ground out in the 5th and strikeout back in the 2nd. Foul tip straight back into the net. Got the timing on it, just need to put it up and in play.
Umberzak 1 out away from a complete game shutout.
And the Cavaliers having both their starters in this doubleheader doing just that. Not a shutout, but at least going complete all games. 7 innings, yes. And that strikeout that Slaughter had, that's been the only strikeout of the game.
Oh, nice.
For Umberzak.
Oh, he didn't call that a strike. Wow.
Toes the slab again, 2 balls, 1 strike. Umberzak delivers. Another one back into the net.
And now the Cardinals down to their final strike.
Umberzak looking to put it away. Steal up the doubleheader sweep.
And
she does, and picking up her 2nd strikeout along the way. Both of them to Ellie Slaughter. And the Cavaliers, they handle their business at home. They sweep the doubleheader today in a shutout in Game 2, 5-0. Ryan Umberzak going the distance in Game 2. Back-to-back stellar performances from the starting pitching for Johnson County.
Yeah, no question.
Winning the first game 3-2 and Game 2 by 5-0. And while I'm tallying up some totals here, just your thoughts on the doubleheader today and this team.
Oh, they didn't really have a lot of good timely hitting until the latter part of the second game, but they got it done 3-2 and 5-0. So, and Umberzak gets a complete game shutout. So hats off to her. She's got to be the defensive player of the game, I think. So a really nice day on the mound for both Umberzak and Maggie McNally.
Yeah, and for the Cavaliers, five runs, 8 hits, no errors, 6 left on base. For McNally, going the distance, just the 2 strikeouts, and had 1, 2, tallying up the total hits she's given up right now, 3. That's it. That's all she's had. 3.
That's
3
it.
hits.
Yeah.
That is absolutely impressive. Had that hit by pitch in the top of the 7th, and I do not believe she recorded a walk on the day. And she went through that stretch in the, I believe it was in the 4th, 5th, and 6th inning. She retired 9 straight, 3 up, 3 down, for 3 straight innings, and she was on it. McNally was on it. And so now we look at the standings is updated now. Cowley still sitting up top 15-1, but Johnson County will be now 14-2 once they get these games into the Kansas Jayhawks softball standings, and then on their website get all that updated. So that means the Cavaliers will go down to Arc City, just 1 game out of first place. And if you go down, if you sweep the Tigers, guess what? You come into sophomore day a week from today, hosting Coffeyville, 1 game up, and potentially on your way to punching your ticket to back-to-back Kansas Jayhawk Conference Championships.
Yeah, you can't ask for more than that. They're set up for it. There's no question about it.
Yeah, they have done everything in their power. They've taken care of their business when they've needed to, and that's all you can ask for out of your team.
Yep.
And we'll see where this goes the rest of the way for Johnson County. In the meanwhile, we will not be back again until next Saturday. Of course, we don't have anyone playing at home for this upcoming week, so it'll be sophomore day for both softball and baseball. Baseball will be hosting Kansas City, Kansas. The Blue Devils coming in for a highly anticipated doubleheader on May 4th. Dylan Vanderveen, Reed McAvoy will be on the call over there. I'll make a drop-in appearance in the second game for about an inning or 2 as we'll wrap up the final regular season broadcast here on JC Sports Live, and then we will be, of course, streaming the regional softball games that will be taking place in Topeka. Those games will be streamed directly to the, I believe it's the NJCAA network or the Kansas Jayhawk Community College Conference network that they will have that going to. Be on the lookout for more information about that. That'll be shared along by Johnson County and the Johnson County Athletics pages on all social media platforms, and Athletic Director Tony Tompkins as well. If you give him a follow on social media, he keeps everyone updated on all that stuff. So glad everyone could join us today. If you couldn't make it out, it was a beautiful day here at the sporting complex at Johnson County Community College. Plenty of pups have been out and about. We got them in all shapes and sizes.
You've got a miniature dachshund and a St. Bernard. You can't get much different than that.
There you go.
Look at there.
Like I said, all shapes and sizes. It's been great. It's great seeing everybody come out supporting this team, these young women. Now they are just continuing to play really, really great softball. They're peaking at the right time. Now winners of 9 straight, and they'll look to keep it going on Monday. We want to wish them the best of luck as they make the travel to Arc City to take on the Cowley Tigers in a doubleheader, and we'll see them back here on Saturday for sophomore day on your home of the Cavaliers, Johnson County Sports Live.